Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome with me, Alpha Pi Omega and Rome. So, we have a big task ahead of us, and that is to finish the mission tree, Peril of Italia, as fast as possible, because we want to go into war against Carthage. And for that, we need to activate the Punic Wars. So for now, let's focus purely on that. Now, we know that Mare Sardonum is what we have to do, which means we need to build an additional city here, which we're already doing, and we'll need to get an actual fortress there, and then we're gonna need to build some port there, isn't it? I think we need a port. Yes, port and fort. But then we can look at the port markets, and that we have to build 2 markets in each of these cities. So that's going to be a little bit complicated because you, for example, do not have enough population. You do, so building the 2 markets here is going to be easy, but we'll have to figure out probably moving slaves in the city to grow its population enough so that we can actually get 2 more slots for marketplaces. So that's going to be the goal for now. In the meantime, Carthage wants to import base metals from us. So let's do that, and I really don't want to also forget about the fact that we are not really doing great economically. So let's lower the fleet maintenance for now. And it might actually make sense to grow our navies a little bit, if we can. We won't be able to do it here, but I could easily build another trireme here, and I could build 2 more ships, 3 more ships for this fleet. Alright, so marketplaces, that's gonna be the thing for the day. So we need 50 gold, so a couple of days will pass and we will be able to build our first one. Actually, we're already there. So let's start with it over here. What were the other missions? Trade in Latinum. Alright, for that one we will need 80, 72 actually. 72 political power, alright, and 160 gold. Well, that sucks, but what can we do? I mean, we can also build some buildings here, and I'm not sure if that would actually count. So we'll see about that. So you're building the marketplace, you can also start building the marketplace. Let's see about the slaves. Okay, so one can be moved from Feronia, one from Olbia Sardorum, one from Tibula, one from here, and 2 from here. Yeah, that will be enough. So we need money for that, so I'm gonna do that next month. Let's see how it's gonna go. We started improving relations with Oretania, and I'm doing it for the sole purpose of actually getting them allied with me. So, oh my god, our aggressive expansion is really screwing us over here. They're taking it on the nose. But yeah, if we can improve the relations a little bit and get rid of the aggressive expansion, which we are doing, we will be able to ally with them, which is going to be a great help for the war with Carthage. I mean, I'm gonna land troops here and take these cities. I'm also gonna take this one, but I would like to have Oretania actually fight the battles in here, and we can in the meantime land our troops at the eastern coast and start pillaging over there, just as historical Romans did. So that would make a ton of sense. So you're building the marketplaces. I'm gonna shadow another one here, and we're gonna start moving pops in here. So we said Feronia and Olbia both can move up. So one from Feronia, one from Olbia, and then 2 from Makopsisa. And then 1 from here and 1 from Tibua. 1 from Ruguidones. Sure, and one from Tibula. Oh, it's a Roman actually. Alright, so now we are way over the desired amount of slaves. Alright. Slave is being promoted to freeman, that's actually pretty good. So we have 11 and we have an additional slot here which we can actually use. So let's just make sure that you get that. So you're finished, and now we just need to wait for Longonas to be turned into a city and then do all of the construction there, which is gonna take a while, but you know, in the meantime we can work on other things. Like the trade in Latinum, which is gonna be a little bit more complicated. But we're getting money. So let's actually, I don't know if that would work, but we can try to invest into buildings here as well to maybe see if we can get an extra trader. 123 pops here. Jesus Christ. That is so insane. The Rome could build a port as well. That's interesting. But I think I'd much rather build a live... No, I mean... Anything apart from an aqueduct right now is a horrible idea because we want to have more pops in here. So I guess an aqueduct it is then. And the surrounding cities can actually work on the trade stuff. So you're gonna get an additional port. You're gonna get an additional port. You will probably need an aqueduct. And so will you, unfortunately. But if we ever get some free... Actually, don't we get free slots from this? Yeah, alright, so then we can build something that's going to help with the population. I would probably build a library and an academy. We want as many nobles here as possible, so the desired ratio of nobles can go up significantly for us. Actually, did we build a foundry? Yes, we built a foundry there, so that's good. Alright, you can import iron, I don't mind that. Oh, the war is done. Wait, you didn't take it? Why did... I mean, who am I to criticize them? You do you. So, Tibur, get me a port. We need 80 for that. Alright, maybe that's gonna count as a trader, I don't know. If that would work, that would be great, but we'll definitely need to get more food in here. I mean, I would bet that right now this is the most populous province in the world. 123 pops is just insane. But I love that. I love how Rome and Italy as a whole is getting so much better. Carthage itself has 53. These areas, alright, 60, 54, 50. And they have a lot of very nice cities here, but none of them are really. Alright, we're gonna get more minor characters. What about India? That one had pretty populous places. 54. It's a really nice agglomeration here, but 56. 51. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that Rome is now the biggest city in the world by far. Yes, you can. Yeah, provinces. The unhappiness is crushing us, but we should be slowly moving towards the point where it will no longer be an issue. So you can build another port too, and then we're gonna build an aqueduct once you are full. Same here, we'll build another aqueduct for both of you. It would make sense to actually build more building slots and infrastructure spending here. Petition. The wealthiest residents of Heraclea Minoa have sent a formal petition on behalf of the entire province complaining about the harsh ways of their governor, Xenocrates Aratides. Heraclea Minoa, are we harsh treating them? We're not! So what the hell are you complaining about? It seems that this taxation policy is causing quite a furore amongst landowners who are having to work their slaves to the bone in order to meet the quota. It is certainly unusual for our subjects to complain in such a manner. Perhaps we ought to consider their arguments carefully. Nonsense, he's doing a good job. Send a representative to ensure rules are being followed. So we become more popular. He gets mad for a bit. He loses a lot of money. And he gains corruption. Oh, he's already really corrupt. Remove the misser. We get tyranny. He gains corruption, loses loyalty, and will no longer be a governor. He is terribly corrupt, so we need to remove him anyway. Arakambinoa. So that is Magna Graecia. Alright, so we need a new governor for them. What about you? Xenocrates Aratides. Or you? Oh, you would be good. Caius Claudius Severo, you're actually amazing. 52, very loyal, has amazing skills. So you are going to, and unfortunately, no, that reset all of our policies. Well, right now we don't really have a choice to deal with that. We need to focus on the priorities, which is an import route to Rome, but afterwards we're going to look into it. I mean, Magna Graecia is actually doing sort of good on its... well, no. Still need more Romans. You're the second most populous province when it comes to Romans. Sure, really nice. Yeah, starting to look pretty good. We have really nice armies coming from these two. Sure, import iron. Be my guest. So you're working on the ports. Ostia. Ostia unfortunately needs an aqueduct. And you will get additional. Yeah, now at this point, the things like population capacity are starting to make much more sense, because 2.5% doesn't seem like much in the beginning, but with all of the aqueducts and all of these developed provinces, we might even look into something like Cures and start expanding the surrounding territories as more Roman. Monan, as more Monan, more Roman suburbia. So someone from Marshall, Xenocrates Aratides. Yes, you're gonna be the man for the job. And yeah, provinces are disloyal. I know. I'm doing my best, guys. I'm trying. And you also need an aqueduct. This is a really good time to build stuff. Things are really cheap for us at this point. Not entirely sure. This is gonna be enough though. Some Prony family. Local based trade routes, yeah, 2. That definitely is an extra trade route. So that should be enough. Semproni family is mad. Alright. Oh, he's really bad. Didn't we have a good Semproni here? We didn't. Well, Nonus Claudius is gonna be the guy doing this, and we'll need to change some of the Claudii, because we're heavily favoring that family. Cornelius. Was it? No, it was the Claudii. Where the hell are all the Claudii? Phyllis, Cornelius, Septimus. Where the hell are all the Claudii? No joke. Are they all 4 out of 3 here? Oh yeah, we have one family also. Alright, so that would mean that we need to remove Vibius Cornelius. Okay, that's actually a great idea. I mean, he's not very old, but this is gonna be good. Divine Sacrifice cost is great for us. And we got another trade route here. So Longonas became a city. I'm gonna start importing more grain. And let me see if that actually worked. It didn't. Alright, never mind then. I'll just have to use this one, which is fine. Alright, now we have the city here of Longonas finished. So we need to build 2 marketplaces and a fort. And we're gonna finish that mission. We can go with national tax now, that's fine. It's gonna help us a lot. You want to import wine, I'm fine with that. Rome is just living its best life now. Time is going now. Let's look around the world a little bit, see what's happening. So Brigantia is expanding into Ireland, alright. Northern provinces are not unifying at all. Oh, but Veneto has been taken over. I didn't even notice that by Lotto BCE. No, I guess they shouldn't have broken the alliance with me. But this gives me maybe a little bit more of a reason to go ahead and fight them for the mountain passes. Because they now control all of the mountain passes here, and I don't like that. So getting 2 of these provinces away from them, and maybe the connection over here could actually be a good idea for us. The poor, numerous, and downtrodden have long argued for inclusion in the great armies of Rome. After generations of oppression, one man has risen to challenge the status quo and to represent the interests of those lower classes. Sextus Claudius Caecus, whom many argue has one of the greatest minds of our generation, holds a crucial stance in our Senate, walking the fine line between populism and nobility whilst retaining credibility amongst his peers. Even ever an innovative thinker, he has tabled a proposition demanding the complete overhaul of the recruitment policies and allowing greater inclusion of the lower classes in matters of state military. Such a radical reform is sure to have consequences, whichever stance we take. Yes, I was about to say that these are the Marian reforms, about 100 years early. Aristocratic dismay, population happiness, citizens lose output, we get 5 aggressive expansion, but everybody gets extra discipline. I think this is part of the laws, isn't it? Wait, where are the laws? Over here. Marian reforms. As the invention cohorts, we become a great power, which we are not. Discipline was fine, but that would lower our levy size multiplier by 7.5%, and yeah, we cannot do it right now, unfortunately. We cannot really do it right now, it's just too expensive. I love the Marian reforms, but it's too early for that. We don't want to raise our own levies at this point. Yeah, we won't do it right now. What happened with the Marian reforms was an interesting amount of things. With the expansion of Rome, very simply put, Rome had a huge influx of slaves, and farms grew bigger, and the rich employed only slaves on their estates, meaning that the middle class and poor class lost most of their jobs, which was horrifying because they suddenly didn't have any money and anything to do, so they flocked to the cities and caused issues. And traditionally, as you can see, our military is raised from the population, and not the actual population. It's, I think, raised from the citizens and freemen, or maybe just from the citizens. No, it's nobles, citizens, freemen. These all of these three. But when citizens and freemen historically were raised, they had to qualify by having enough property to actually pay for their own equipment. And as these people got poorer and poorer and poorer, there was less and less people who were eligible to enter the service in the army. So eventually the requirements were worn and worn and worn, and eventually Marius completely abolished this and made the armies semi-professional, where people served for 20 years and they just stayed there. So that's how the Marian reforms actually went historically through. Now, which was not a bad thing. Okay, we want to import the dice. Somehow we lost them before. But we also want to invest here. So for now, it's very early because this change in levy composition would give us a discipline, and it would allow us to raise standing armies, the levies, so that we wouldn't have to actually raise them from the populace. But it would bring issues where we have to, well, we would have way less people available from our populace, and standing armies just consume insane amount of gold. So they're not exactly always a good idea. Education, reinforcement, speed. Alright, I don't really see anything good here. For defense, heavy cameras, sapping. Do we want to look into the navy? I like the entrenchment, that's actually a really good one. So let's look at the possible of fort defenses for prolonged fights. So let's get these ones before we actually move somewhere else. There's not that much. Oh, the elite recruitment standards would be great though. Veteran enticement. These are actually regular cohorts. Tactical withdrawal. Supply limit, those are really good. So which one is the best one? I think we might want to go... Let's actually go with this one for now. We'll get these two and then we're gonna decide what else. I mean, defense is not really that important for us, but eventually it will be very important. The Pentaspatos was an innovative Greek crane, ideal for constructing defensive walls, buildings, and fortresses. Alright, so we have ordered you to build the two. Now you can build a fort as well. And once you are done, it's gonna be great. So I think this will... Yes. Wait, you don't have a port. Oh, that's awesome. I'm building the marketplaces and I'm not building the port here. How great is that? And religious advances. Alright, so what did we want here? Yeah, we want to reduce the governorship. That's definitely something we want. Provincial loyalty plus 0.02. With some control of the province is centralized, our locals are sure to grow more loyal to the nation as a whole. That, as you can see, is very important for us. So how are the provinces doing now? Well... Still having issues in some places, but it's getting better. Alright. So this is kind of interesting because I have built U and U. Nobody is migrating away. That's interesting. Slaves, I guess, cannot. But we need more stuff over here. The civilization level is very high here, though. I'm kind of surprised. So Mako Sisa. Oh, I don't know what I just clicked there. Nure. No, we don't have any free devs. So Makopsisa and Nure. So that's 7, and we need one more. Karbia, more Makopsisa, and this one. So more from Makopsisa, more from Nure. And we need one more from Tibula. Okay, and that gives us that access to that last one. Alright, on that note, I'm gonna end the episode here, and in the next one we're gonna continue. We'll need to get more in here done, and by that I mean we need that business investment to finish up the chain. Cool. So see you then.